everybody. Oh my God, you guys made my day when you decided to join my fitness challenge over there in America. Do you know that I was going to be a teacher, and the fact that I've got a whole classroom of you guys doing my fitness challenge has just completely made my day. So I'm going to answer all your questions, and at the very end of this video I have got a fitness challenge for you. It's just a tricky exercise, and it's something I think you're going to have fun with and maybe make me some video responses back with. Because I'd like to go backwards and forwards with you guys because this is fun. First of all, your beautiful teacher is teaching you so many wonderful things, and what I really love about this is that she's teaching you that you can create your own energy and how you feel about stuff, because you know what, you can. And if you're having a bad day, you know, sometimes you wake up and you might, I don't know, drop the toothpaste on the floor and then kick your toe into the wall and all that sort of stuff, and you think, oh my God, I'm going to have a really bad day. That doesn't mean you're going to have a bad day. What you do is you adjust your thoughts, and you don't say that, because when you tell yourself you're going to keep having a bad day, you will keep looking for the bad stuff. So what you do is you say, gosh, I've had those two things happen and now it's only going to get better. Everything else is going to work out from now. So you can totally change how you feel about stuff. And it is normal to be sad. Things happen that make us sad sometimes. You know, a pet might die. Different things happen that make us sad. That's true. But then you've got the choice of how long you choose to feel sad, because when you think about it, that little doggy or whatever it is that you're sad about wouldn't want you to be sad forever. So you choose to come out of it and choose to be happy again. So I love that you're learning about that fact that you can change your energy. And you'll also notice, if you really start looking, how you behave to people is the energy that you get back. So let's pretend you went into a shop and you said, I'm so angry because you did this to me and I don't like this service here, and you got really cross at the shop. What's the shopkeeper going to do back to you? The shop person is going to go, well, you know, and they're going to mirror back to you what you did. Whereas if you went into the shop and you said, oh, hello, I'm wondering if you can help me. I had this thing and I'm really a little bit disappointed and I know you'll be able to help me. What can we do here? With a smile on your face and not blaming that person behind the counter, they're going to go, you know what, let's see what we can do for you. So people will mirror your behavior. So it's always good to remember that as well. So your teacher is a wonderful woman teaching you all these amazing things. Emma asked me, have I been to the Sydney Opera House? Absolutely I've been, Emma. Do you know when I went? When Oprah came to Australia, I was at her big show and we were all on the steps of the Sydney Opera House. And you know, everyone called it the Oprah House for that time when she was here, which was a lot of fun. But yes, I have been, and up close, did you know that the Opera House is actually made of little tiles? So when you get up really close, it's not just all white. It looks like it's just like a big thing painted white. It's not, it's all little white tiles, and it's great to see close up as well. Samira, what city do I live in? I live in Melbourne, which I think is one of the best cities in the world. We're so lucky here because we've got amazing theatre. We're so close to everything. When you want to go to a concert or a sporting event, the theatre, restaurants, the beach, everything's very close, in close proximity. You don't have to sort of drive for miles on a freeway or anything. So I love living in Melbourne, and I hope you'll get to come and see me one day. Amalia, how long have I done the 30-day challenge? Well, do you know what? This particular challenge that I started to do, for me, I committed on January 1st to run 1 mile every day. Can you imagine that? And I've done it. I've been doing it every day, and I get my little phone and I take a picture and I put it on my Facebook page. You might want to have a look at that. It's called Jewelchic's Fitness Challenge, and you can check in there. You're welcome to be a part of that and post your videos on there. So I have been doing this challenge, you know, for over 30 days now, but I always try and make it part of my lifestyle now. I think it's very important to think we're not just doing it for 30 days. What we're doing is we want our bodies to be the best they can be, because they're like a car, and what you put into them, like the petrol that you put into your body, is what brings the energy out of you. So if you put junk in, your body's going to get fat and sluggish, but when you eat fresh, healthy foods, that's when your body can do its best. So it's a good idea to think, look, we're going to change our life for 30 days and then find that it becomes a habit and continue on with it. That's what I do. Justin, I loved your question. You said, have I been to any deserts? No, I have not. Can you believe that? I have not been to any deserts in Australia. Anna, what do I like to do in Australia? Well, funnily enough, Australia's pretty much like America, really. And so we do all the same things you do. You know, we go to the beach or we roller skate, we can swim, exercise, run around, go to the movies, go to concerts, restaurants, hang out with friends, go on Facebook, make YouTube videos. It's all the same. And at the moment we're in my art room, which is a really colourful room, and I love making jewellery. That's what I love doing. So all these fun sort of things that I'm wearing is what I really love to do the best. Daychan, now this is a good question. You said, what sort of food do we have in Australia? And sometimes, you know, when you think of another country, you do think of different foods, don't you? You know, like Chinese have a very different style, or Turkey, or Japan. Everyone's got their own style, but pretty much Australian food is very similar to American food. Australians really love lots of fresh food, lots of healthy fruits and vegetables. We really like to have really nice healthy food, and we've got lots of really great restaurants here which I really like. I am actually celiac, which means that I can't eat gluten, which is in wheat, barley, oats and rice. So things like pasta and cakes with flour in it, I can't have. So my diet for me is a little bit different, but in Australia we're so lucky because it's so advanced here with the gluten-free thing that it's really not a problem for me to find things like gluten-free bread and gluten-free pasta. And some of you in there may be gluten intolerant as well. Are you? You have to let me know. Tristan, how many pets do I have? I wish I did have some pets. I don't have any pets at the moment, but do you know what? When I was a little girl, I had a dog called Zippy, which was an Australian silky-haired terrier, a little dog with kind of a bit like Toto from The Wizard of Oz, but a longer hair and a bit more silver looking with brown ears. So cute. And then a while ago I had another dog called Lollipop, which was a mini schnauzer, but she's not alive anymore. And she was a beautiful puppy, and I used to sing her the song Lollipop. I'd go, lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, lollipop. And she'd run around the house and her tail would wag and everything. It was very cute. And do you know what else Zoe and I have had as a pet? Seahorses. So I don't recommend that. You know why? Because it's very difficult to keep them, because you have to have the water a certain temperature and you can't feed them too much. And when they died, it was very sad actually, because Zoe and I grew very fond of these beautiful seahorses. Harvey and Kuna we call them. And so seahorses are fun. What sort of pets do you all have? Amanda, do I live in the city or out in the wilderness? I live in the city. And in fact, most of the population of Australia does live in the cities. If you see a map of Australia, you'll see that all our major cities are all around the coast. So Australia is actually the same size as America, even though we don't think that, you know, because you sort of think, oh, Australia's like this small little country over there. But in actual fact, we're the same size, but just with the five major, we've got Perth, Northern Territory, Adelaide, Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Tasmania. So there's seven major cities, and that's where most of the population is. Of course, there's others scattered in, and you know, it's not like no one does live in Australia, but the major population is there. Anna, what is my occupation and what sort of sports do we have in Australia? We have all sorts of sports. We have the same sports as you, and then we've got another sport called Australian rules football, which is very popular over here. And there's just trying to think how many teams are in the league now, because it used to just be played in Melbourne, but now it's gone Australia-wide, so it's getting bigger and bigger. I barrack for the team Geelong, which is where I grew up. It's about an hour south of Melbourne, and they wear blue and white stripes, horizontal stripes like this, and that's my team. What else do we like? The Australian Open has just been here for the tennis, which I went to. There's lots and lots of sports here. My occupation, as I told you before, I'm a jewellery designer, which I love doing. And I also really, even though I don't get paid for it, I actually really love making these YouTube videos and having this connection all around the world. And sometimes I go to red carpet events and talk to all the celebrities and the movie stars and all that sort of stuff. And even Oprah made a YouTube video with me once, which was very exciting because I love her and I love all the good energy she tells everyone about too. So sometimes you might like to look at some of her shows as well, because she teaches some incredible things that's suitable for all ages, I think. Eva, what kind of activities do I like to do? Well, I've said lots of them already, but I've remembered some more. I really like doing cooking. And do you know what I like cooking? Cakes. Now, that's not very good for our fitness challenge, is it? But you know what? Every now and then, maybe once a week, it's great to have a piece of cake or a bar of chocolate or something like that. It's not like you can never have those healthy food, those junky foods. It's really what you need to think inside your head is, your body is going to be the result of what you do most of the time, not what you do some of the time. Sometimes it's okay to have those sneaky little things, but as long as you are very mindful and start thinking about what you're putting into your body, that's all okay. Now, there was a gorgeous boy with a green top, and I didn't catch your name, and I'm sorry, but you asked me if I had an accent. What do you think? Do you think I've got an accent? I think you'll think I sound very different to you, don't I? But to me, you guys have the accent. Remember, an accent is just something different from where you live yourself. And I hear that in the Midwest, that's supposed to be the like accent that everybody wants for the American television. I'm not sure if that's still the case, but I lived in Minnesota when I was 18 in my senior year at school. And I know that they really liked those voices from the Midwest. How about that? Priya, what inspired me to do the 30-day challenge? What inspired me was, I just thought to start a fitness challenge and to announce to all of you guys all around the world that I was going to do it would mean that I couldn't go back and say, you know what, I'm not doing it, because I had committed to you, just like you signed that bit of paper for your teacher saying that you were going to do your 30-day fitness challenge. That's how I feel. And so I feel very responsible for everyone out there, and that keeps me going. Like, I think sometimes when you tell lots of people that you're doing something, you feel this amazing responsibility that you want to keep going. So that's what inspired me. Aiden, have I ever seen wild koala bears? Yes, I have, and I've seen wild kangaroos too. And do you know where I live? About an hour away from me, there's a golf course where the kangaroos lie all over the ground. And you can actually go and stand amongst them. It's amazing. It's called the Anglesea Golf Course, and it's quite a fun thing to go and visit. I don't think it's a thing that a lot of people know about, but it's really good to see. And have a look at this video about koalas. You might like this too. Everyone, we're at Hamilton Island. This is Elvis. This is the koala that Oprah held. I told you I'd get that, and so here we are. And he's actually softer than I thought. I've been telling everyone that koalas are quite woolly, but this one's really soft.
Yeah, they made me ask like
He's
this.
beautiful.
It's quite deceiving.
So he came down from that tree. So what do I do? She's going to teach me how to sort of hold it like this?
Yep, so he likes to get this side. So yeah, just like that. Just hold him down low and he'll do the rest.
Oh, how wonderful. Look at that.
There you go. Oh,
this will be my fix for not having another baby. We just hold this one for a minute. Isn't that gorgeous? So soft and cuddly, and the claws are a little bit sharp, but nothing unbearable, are they? They're just...
They can use their claws if they want to, but
we won't encourage that. So now I've held the same koala as Oprah.
Claim to fame.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Oprah, did you hear that? Look at that. Isn't it fun seeing them sort of moving around, climbing, and he's scratching like a dog. Cute. That's so cute. There's a little tour going on, so that's the other noise you can hear. He's quite long, isn't he, with his legs spread out like that? Look at his fingers, everyone. I just noticed that. Or his claws. Look at that. They're like a hand. Joel, what kind of results am I going to see after the 30-day challenge? Or are you going to see after the 30-day challenge? What a fabulous question, because, you know, we all want to know what's going to happen. If we commit to this 30-day challenge, are we suddenly going to be like bodybuilders and muscle men and, you know, are we going to be just instantly fabulous? What it is, it's a great start to commit to for the rest of your life, to just choose healthy foods. 30 days is a long enough time for it to become a habit and for it to become a normal part of your life, which is what I found from committing to run every day. So I'm not really a runner. I haven't done that very much before. So deciding to run 1 mile every day, now I do it. Now it's automatic. It's become part of my day, and I wouldn't think not to. It's just sort of, I think, when am I going to fit that in today? That's what I think. So once you start something for 30 days, it's enough time for it to become part of your life. That's what I think. I think that's what the end result is, that this will become part of your everyday life, and you'll be able to teach your family about healthy foods. Because sometimes mums and dads don't always know the right foods to eat, and maybe you can educate them as well. Kaya, you asked me if there's any zoos in Australia. Absolutely, there's lots of zoos. And in Queensland, there's the Australia Zoo, which is Steve Irwin's zoo. Remember Steve Irwin, the wildlife man? And he had a zoo, and his wife and little daughter Bindi are in there running around with it, with crocodiles and all sorts of things. So yes, we do have zoos in Australia. Drew, do I have a pet koala bear? No, I don't. And here's my other fact. Actually, while I'm reading that, I just remembered. Koalas are not actually bears. Did you know that? They are marsupials. It's just because they kind of look like a cuddly bear that they've ended up with that name. I think that's a really interesting fact. Koalas, I don't think anyone could really have one as a pet. In the video that you just saw of me holding the koala, that was up at Koala in Queensland on Hamilton Island, which is where Oprah went when she came to Australia. No, but you can see them, like when I got to Noosa Heads, that's a lovely place in Queensland. You know, if you're going through a run through the national park, sometimes you'll look up in the trees and there'll be koalas there, and it's really, it still makes me feel great. Just like probably when you see a squirrel or a deer run across your backyard, you go, oh, wow. You know, it's not something you see every day, but when you do, you really appreciate it and think how great it is. So thank you for inviting me into your classroom. What an amazing experience. And now, stay tuned, because I've got a couple of little videos I want to show you, and wait for me at the end because I want to see you do my special trick. Bye everyone, thank you so much. So in the video that you made me, I saw that a lot of you were doing jumping jacks like this. So I've thought of something that I want to teach you and challenge you to do for your next video for me. Okay, what I want you to do is this. Double legs, 1, 2, 1, 2, single arms. Now that might look easy, but it's a real, I don't know what the word is, but it's a real puzzle. So the secret trick is to start with your legs. Start by doing double, 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 double. And you might even start with your hands going double, double, like this. And then add, now I've done it wrong, so double, double. And then you just move your arms quickly. Now, I couldn't do that for ages. I used to do it at aerobics, and do you know how I learnt? By looking in the mirror. So give it a go, make me a return video, and I can't wait to see which ones of you can do it first. Bye.
Thank you.